It is an absolute honor to have our next guest with us. A four-star general, yes, that's impressive enough. He's the first African-American Air Force Chief of Staff, making him the first African-American to lead any branch of the United States military services.
And yes, now joining us live from the Pentagon is Chief of Staff of the Air Force, General C.Q. Brown Jr. General, thank you for being with us. Welcome to GMA3. Congratulations. And yes, I'm sure it's an honor, of course, to be the first, but it's a long time coming and there's a lot of work to do. What do you hope to accomplish in this historic role?
Well, first of all, you know, I think when I really think about the opportunity and the great honor to have this position is, you know, what I really want to accomplish is really pave the way for those that come behind me. And growing up, I've always thought about you only aspire to be what you can see. And hopefully, by me being in this position, I'll inspire many young people to open doors for not just in the military, but just really across the country to be able to do things to be in great positions just like this.
And to that point and to that message, you want people to come on board and you're trying to diversify your force there. And part of that was a video you put out, a recruiting video. And I want to show a portion of it and give people an idea of your message and your personality a little bit. Let's take a listen to this.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt.
Oh, I love it. I want to join the Air Force after watching that. Now, understand the story.
We'll sign you up.
Well, now, understand you were behind writing that yourself. You kind of had some downtime. Why was that the way you wanted to go, that message? Maybe it's just your personality, but also what kind of impact and feedback did you get in terms of recruiting after that spot aired?
Well, it's something that, you know, when I was a captain, I did an interview for Air Force Times, and I had the same kind of thought process, and I was sharing the story with the director because we were recruiting doing some other recruiting commercials, and later in the day, they said, hey, we'd like to tape what you said earlier today. And I told them, well, I need to write it down, so make sure I get it right because it's going to be on tape. But I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from many around the country that they're in uniform and not in uniform, and from other services as well about the impact. And I think it does help recruiting. The fact that we really want to diversify the force, and we just want many of our young people that come into our military to have the opportunity to reach their full potential, no matter their background.
You're talking about diversifying, and look, 2%, I believe, and you correct me if I have that number wrong, but I think 2% of Air Force pilots are black. And you talk about it still, you have to see it to believe that you can be it. And even you, in the military, you've told stories about you parking in a particular spot, and folks thought that, hey, that's for the commander here, and you had to tell them, yes, I am the commander. And being with other white pilots, people would still come up with you and say, hey, are you a pilot? Because you don't look like the rest. How do you now go after that 2% number and get it much, much higher than it is right now?
Well, there's several things that you know. One is me just being in this position and be able to talk to you today, and hopefully a young person sees me on your show today and maybe inspires them. By the same token, it's how we engage at lower levels. And what I mean by that, at middle school and high school, and talking to young people and providing them opportunity to experience flight. I mean, the one reason I became a pilot is because I actually, between my sophomore and junior year of college, I got to ride in fly an Air Force trainer, and from there on, I go, I think I want to do this. And so it's how we inspire those young people with these opportunities in aviation, whether they come into the Air Force or any other services or just go into the commercial aviation piece. It's really the aspect of inspiring them and giving them the opportunity to experience it.
And General, finally, I want to bring up, you were named an honorary member of the Tuskegee Airmen last year. Can you talk a little bit about what that day meant to you?
Well, it's, you know, the Tuskegee Airmen have been a long-time inspiration for me, my Air Force career. And to be, you know, named an honorary Tuskegee Airman and get the red jacket, but it's also not only that for me to be a role model for others, but it's really those that were a role model for me. And, you know, just this past week, just over a week ago, Charles McGee passed away, and I have an opportunity to attend his services here next week. they're all an inspiration. And hopefully, just by me being an Army Tuskegee Airman, I can be an inspiration to those that come behind me as well.
Well, General, thank you for your time, but also, most importantly, for your service. We absolutely appreciate having you, and we certainly hope you'll come back and visit with us here on GMA3. All right?
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.